Your purpose of going to the hospital is for you to get proper and quality health care. And you don't want to jeopardize that by making mistakes that can be costly, for you as a patient within the hospital. So I'm going to be listing things that you should never do, you know, in a hospital. But before then, let me welcome you back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nima. You can call me Idera. I'm a medical laboratory scientist, and on this channel, I share useful health information that can help you make better and informed decisions when it comes to your health. If you haven't subscribed, this is your time to subscribe. Let's dive in. Number one, do not lie to the medical personnel attending to you. So people come to the hospital, they're lying to the doctors, lying to the pharmacists, lying to the medical laboratory scientists. You don't need that. So people who come to the hospital, they're lying about their medical history, they come to the lab, they are asked to fast for some certain tests. And then they lie and say they are fasted, whereas they actually ate and did not fast, forgetting that this can actually affect the quality of the test results you're getting, and in turn affect how you're treated. And then you come back to complain that you're not getting better, whereas you're the one who's at fault. You shouldn't have lied in the first place. So please do not lie about the medical history. Don't lie about processes that are involved in your test. Don't lie about taking drugs when you haven't taken them, or lying that you did not take them when you actually took them. So please ensure not to lie at all. Number two, do not add or remove from the drugs that you've been given within the hospital. You've been given certain drugs to use. Don't add to it or remove from it without you informing the medical personnel, that's your medical doctor or the nurse. Let them know that, oh, you have a particular line of drug that's probably similar to the one that has been prescribed to you. Explain to them. If they want you to continue with it, they'll let you know. And if you don't have to continue, they'll let you know, oh, discontinue or don't choose at all. Number three, do not touch surfaces anyhow within the hospital. I mean, the most you should be touching should be probably the handrails and door handles, which also are vehicles for germs. These things that they still carry microorganisms that you cannot see with your naked eyes. So that should be the most you're touching. Don't go about touching the walls. And if you have kids that you brought along to the hospital for whatever reason, ensure that when their food drops, maybe their candy drops, or whatever it is that they are eating drops, or even you as the adult, don't pick it up back into your mouth to eat. That is very dangerous, because in the hospital we have multi-resistant microorganisms that are lurking around, and you don't want to get yourself infected with these organisms because they are actually very difficult to treat. So please refrain from touching just anywhere, because you can actually put that same hand into your mouth or use that same hand to feed yourself with a particular food or feed your family. So please do not even go about doing that. That's a no, no. So you have a child, please make sure that you're watching over them, you're looking out for them, ensuring that they do not drop anything that's now put back into their mouths. And some people just come to the hospital and then they are dropping their belongings, like their handbags. They just put it anywhere, they don't mind, you just put it on the floor, put it on the sink, put it anywhere they really see, not really caring about the fact that those stuffs can actually become vehicles, because you can have pathogens that are on those places that can be transmitted to your belongings, and then you take it home from the hospital. When people bring their child to the hospital, their children are crawling on the floor. Please, when you come with infants, with young children that cannot walk on their own, please carry them. Don't let them crawl anyhow within the hospital. Don't let them even crawl at all within the hospital. Carry them in your arms. If they can walk, let them walk. Don't let them crawl within the hospital. It's not safe. It's not safe at all. Number four, never get in a fight with the medical personnel. I know that there are some times that there might be some issues, dissatisfaction, maybe you're not satisfied with a particular service that was rendered to you, or you just have a plight that you want to complain about. There are right channels for you to lodge a complaint instead of you creating a scene and having a fight, engaging in a fight with the medical personnel. That is actually very, very bad. That's like the worst case scenario. It shouldn't even happen at all in the first place. So please, if you have complaints, you have something that you're not really happy about that has happened, go through the right channels, complain and get it resolved. That's if you're not able to solve it amicably with the person, attending to you. Instead of you creating a scene or fighting. It shouldn't happen within the hospital. It shouldn't. It shouldn't at all. That's harassment, to the medical personnel, and it's even like an insult to your person too. So please avoid doing that. Number five, never discuss or gossip about a patient. I mean, that's like the worst place to even do such thing. You see a patient probably who's on a wheelchair, or probably you see something that's a physical anomaly on the patient, or you just have an information that is so much on your mind, so heavy in your mind, you feel like, oh, you need to share, you need to gossip about it. That is not the best place for you to do such at all. It might be, leaking some information that shouldn't be revealed, or you might be causing harm to somebody's mental health. So don't escalate issues, don't make issues get worse because of what you want to say or the pleasure you want to derive from, you know, making jest or gisting or chatting. Please don't do that. And the next one is for you not to dip your hand into the hospital waste bin. Oh my god. Apart from the fact that, okay, you're dipping your hand, you're getting your hand soiled with the dirt and everything, you're putting yourself at the risk of getting infected with blood-borne pathogens. You never know. There might be some sharp objects like injections, like needles, that has been disposed into the waste bin that you are not aware of. You understand? You can actually go in there with your hands and then get yourself pricked with this needle, and thereby, introducing these bloodborne pathogens like HIV, like hepatitis B, into your blood system, and then from there you get to carry these pathogens around, and you might even get to infect other people. So please, if you have anything that's so valuable that you probably disposed into the bin mistakenly, you can call the people in charge of the waste to do that, maybe check for you if they can't actually do that for you. Why not just talk to them instead of you doing that all by yourself and then putting yourself at risk. The next thing you should never do is for you to not try to escape or flee from the hospital. Oh my god. I remember vividly when we had Ebola outbreak, and this man, Patrick Sawyer, fled from Liberia, came down all the way to Nigeria to be the origin of Ebola viral disease in Nigeria. He was the one that actually brought it to this country, Nigeria. So imagine him trying to save his life and then trying to put other people's lives at risk. Hundreds of thousands of other people trying to hold their lives at risk just because you want to escape. That's not a good idea at all. It's not a good thing to do. I mean, apart from the fact that it's selfish, it's also very, very dangerous. So, for whatever reason you think, oh, you need to leave this particular hospital, share your plight with the doctor or with the nurse, whoever it is that is in charge of your health. Let them know that, oh, you don't longer want to be here, so they can know what to do instead of you escaping, or probably putting other lives at risk. The next thing you should not do is for you not to hesitate to advocate for your patient. If you're a relative of a patient, or just have a patient within the hospital, or you're the patient and you feel like something is not adding up or is kind of wrong somewhere, and you feel like you need to clarify something, probably you have contradictory information, I think, okay, you need to clarify. Please don't hesitate to clarify, don't hesitate to ask questions, don't hesitate to advocate for your patient, and if you're the patient, don't hesitate to advocate for yourself. Ask questions. It might seem like it's getting too much or you're disturbing them, still ask the questions. Only that when you're asking, make sure that you're asking sensibly, so that it's not like you're repeating the same question over and over, even when the questions have been answered. So make sure that you're asking the questions sensibly, and then asking in the right way so that you can get the right answers to your questions. Because sometimes mistakes actually happen, there might be errors that your advocacy can actually correct. So whenever you feel led to do that, please don't hesitate to advocate. The next thing you should not do is do not try to overstay at the hospital. If you've been discharged to go from the hospital and you have things that are delayed, you probably need some payments to make, or you have some things to settle. Maybe you have some blood that you took, that you need to replace within the hospital. try to do all of those things on time. Don't waste so much time and delay your patient and let them overstay. It's not really, healthy for them, because even though the hospital is a place where you're supposed to be treated for you to get well, there are also pathogens. There are infectious agents, infectious organisms that are actually, lurking around, looking, looking for who is immunodeficient, whose immune system is not as strong. And if someone is just getting better, your immune system is just getting back on track. You might go home with this pathogen if you are not too careful, if you overstay, at the hospital. So please, when you're discharged, try to leave as soon as you can, as soon as you can, as quickly as you can actually. So don't overstay for whatever reason at the hospital. If you have anything delaying you, try to sort that thing out on time. So this is what I'm going to draw the curtain on today's video. If you liked this video, please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Please like my video as well. Thank you for watching my video. See you in the next one. Bye.